Hi, Aries. Welcome to your July mid-month reading. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. We're going to see what's going on with you and what you need to know for the next couple of weeks. And this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. If you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, the info is in the description box down below. Let's see what the second half of July has in store for you. For Aries, what is this collective need to know right now? We have the crocodile, the tiger, and the oyster in the reverse. I want you to keep your eyes on something, Aries. I want you to keep your eyes on something here. It's getting closer. There's something you have been waiting or anticipating on. Oyster in the reverse tells me that it's not quite ready or there's a hesitation. You're waiting for more information. That's the first thing that came to mind, honestly, when the crocodile came out. I felt like this was the energy of, okay, hold on, hold your horses, hold back, and just wait. And that normally comes through when there's some sort of brewing situation. Something's been brewing. I don't know exactly for how long, but you've had this hunch, and I need you to follow that hunch, okay? With the tiger, intuition on point. Third eye wide open. You be knowing things before it happens. You may have some strong water placements as we have double water and then fire, which is your element. So nice balance between the elements, which is good. But there's something you need to keep your eyes on. I don't know if it's a person. I don't know if it's some kind of offer, if it's a house, right? You're keeping your eyes open if you're searching for a house, or if it's like a job opportunity that you've been kind of eyeing, or something to apply to. But I need you to keep your eyes peeled or keep your eyes on the prize, or there's something, it's not yet. I'm going to have to see what this oyster in the reverse is about, because there's either, it's like a door hasn't been unlocked, or it is unlocked, but you're saying it's not, or there's a hesitation. I feel like there's a hesitation. But the thing is, this is something that you can't just like pry open. If it's not ready, it's not ready. What is this about? Beaver is at the bottom, which is showing your dedication, your hard work, your effort, your consistency. It really is paying off. You have a good attitude throughout the second half of July. You're feeling driven. You're feeling motivated, inspired. You got a lot of energy. You're not tired. It seems like you got this good momentum. Underneath that, we have the hyena and vulture. So there's a just like ever so slightly, just a little sprinkle of some annoyances, some loose ends, some past triggers that are being brought up. Maybe this is what you're witnessing around you and people that you are very close to, friends, family, loved ones, those that you care very deeply about. But the beaver and the otter, this is like wholesome, loving, caring, nurturing, supportive energy. But the hyena brings in more of an edge, a bit more of a aggressive, maybe passive aggressive, but there's just kind of like, there's something you're like, can we just be over this? Or the vulture is like, there's still some trash to remove, to take out the trash. There's still some loose ends. And you just want to be done with this, or you just can't wait for this transition or this period to be over. If you're upset with somebody, do they know? Because I feel like you're just kind of sitting in silence. You could be giving somebody the cold shoulder. I almost want to say cold turkey. So you could have just like up and removed yourself out of thin air. Beaver and the hyena. This feels kind of like, this combination feels sort of like somebody is like, oh, you owe me. You owe me something. I expect this from you. And if you don't, I'm cutting ties, or I'm removing myself. I don't fuck with you. The vulture and otter this is also like an energy throughout the second half of July, where it's just like anything that disrupts my flow, my happiness, my peace, my true fulfillment. If it's not in alignment, it's being cut. You've been disqualified. Solo dolo with a camel. Camel's very solo, independent. I don't need nobody. I got myself. Self-sufficient, self-reliant, independent, hardworking, and also just like very neutral, right? Just sees things for what it is. Doesn't really overreact or get super dramatic or in the feels. They just accept very seamless, easy, You know, so I feel like that's your energy through July, but there's something here. It's been incubating. There's something that you're not quite. There's an energy of anticipating. I'm not quite sure what that is. Let me pull from the Everything Oracle. Or no, that's not the Everything Oracle. This is the That's Life Oracle. That's life. I've been a puppet, a poet. I don't know why the fuck that song's coming to mind. What is this? We have Awakening coming out. So second half of July, you're having epiphanies, some realizations. Maybe it's through a dream, or it's through a conversation that you have with somebody, or even with yourself through like meditation, or if you're just like journaling or just sitting with yourself and just in your own thoughts. And there's these realizations that you're having. I am really drawn towards kind of like her throat area for some. I'm really drawn to the little artwork, the V, like right between like the neck and the collarbones, and it's like there's something about like the throat chakra. I don't know if there's something you need to voice or vocalize. Maybe it's even just saying like think before you speak, right? Because that could bring in some significant change. Awakening with change. You're having these realizations about what doesn't serve you or what needs to be adjusted. We have unexpected blessing and freedom coming out. You're jumping right on it. There's a lot of good things coming towards you in July. You're just jumping up and down with joy, and it just feels so liberating. I don't know if you're moving, some of y'all are going on a trip. I feel like there's adventure. I feel like your whole life just truly expanding this month, and this is a long time coming. Spiritual bath at the bottom. This is a time where I feel you have cleansed your energy and you've removed a lot of toxins from your body, toxins from your mind, from your spirit, and also just like from your surroundings and relationships and your job and just like even neighborhood, just like even maybe, you know, I don't know where you live. I'm over in Canada. I'm so sorry about the wildfire smoke. I mean, it's not my fucking fault. I'm not sorry. I'm sorry anybody dealing with the smoke. We are too. It moved in today. I thought we were in the clear. Nope. But anyways, right? Cleansing. This made me think of like an air purifier. Cleaning the air. Even doing like a simmer pot. Y'all know what those are, simmer pots. If you don't, look it up. Got a little cinnamon, orange, or little cloves even. Always nice to do a little simmer pot. Makes your home smell really good. And there's like energetic purposes you can look into all that. But what else is going on for Aries for the second half of July 2026? And we got Crisis. And that fell out on Oyster in the reverse. You may feel as if something's rejecting you at this time, or there's something that's happening outside of your hands. It's giving you a lot of anxiety. This is something you're overthinking, overanalyzing, but it's almost like you expected a certain outcome and either it didn't play out that way, or it's like rejection and you're like, well, fuck, what do I do? And now I'm worrying, and now I'm like overthinking. Maybe that was the wrong decision. Maybe I should have chose differently. Maybe I should have listened to that person. Why didn't I wait? But this is pushing you towards freedom. Remember, this crisis, whatever this crisis is, we can look into this with the tarot or see what comes through in your energy. But this, like, what deems to be like, oh, this is a crisis, my life is falling apart. No, babe, this is freedom. You're free. There's nothing holding you back. This is a blessing. This is a blessing. Your anxiety kicking in, be like, this is the worst thing that could ever happen. What am I gonna do? But your soul, your spirit is like, babe, this is just the beginning. Your whole life is just transforming and ascending to a higher level. You're worth so much. Your capacity to learn, to grow, to love has expanded so much. Like this is calling for a life upgrade. That's what this is feeling, a life upgrade. Okay, anything else? One last time, one last pull. Anything else for Aries? That's a lot. They wanted to come through. We have, you guys always have this card come out, anger management with laughter. You ever be so angry that you just start laughing because the situation is just so ridiculous, and you find yourself, maybe a few hours pass, maybe it's a minute, maybe it only takes a couple minutes, and you're just like laughing at a situation, like, what was I so worked up about? Or that I was so angry, I said some nasty things. I was a little bit of a bitch. Like, laughter with anger management, unless someone's not taking you seriously and that's pissing you off. Laughter with anger management. Laughter is, what did they say? Laughter is the best medicine. If you're angry or upset about a situation, I see this being resolved. What's this? We have nurturing, rock bottom, and naive. So you're like, I've been giving this my all. I've been caring. I've been understanding. I've been patient. I've been putting in the effort. What am I doing wrong here? I'm at rock bottom. I'm not getting the results I wanted. And then you get upset or frustrated, anger management card coming out. Like, okay, I need to get control over this situation. I'm taking this too serious. I'm beating myself up over something that I'm very much new at, and I may not have a whole lot of experience, or this is different for me. Of course, I might make mistakes. Of course, I might fail a few times, and fail, I use that term loosely. It's just learning, and as long as you don't quit, then it's not a fail, right? Nurturing with rock bottom and naive. For those that have been over caring, over delivering, over extending, over sharing, over protective, just giving so much and losing yourself in the process, that's got to change. Because you're like, why don't you see me? Why don't you appreciate this nurturing, caring, loving, supportive energy? And you're being taken advantage of. So don't be naive, right? Especially if your life is falling apart or you're going through some really difficult times, whether it just be mental health, or if it's something going on with your finances or some stressful stuff, and you're so busy, instead of focusing on your own life, you're so busy trying to fix everybody else's problems. You're like, oh, my best friend's going through a crisis, I gotta help them out. It's what's going on with your life? Oh, but my boyfriend, oh, but this, oh, but I have to help them. But what about you? Don't lose yourself trying to change or fix or help other people when you're going through it. Okay, so let's move to the tarot and see what's going on there. I'm like, what deck? I feel like let's start with one of my, I won't call it simple or easy deck, but just one that is, I always can rely on Astro Matrix. One of my favorites. I have a couple other ones out here, but they're a bit of a different energy. I'm not feeling it right now. So let's see, for the second half of July, we have a card talking. Hey, what's up? Queen of Swords in the reverse. What are you not seeing / what are you overlooking, missing, or jumping to conclusions about? Maybe it's your emotions getting the best of you. Ace of Cups. So logic is just out the window. Logic, we don't know her. You could be dealing with a Libra as well. But Queen of Swords in the reverse. So either Ace of Cups, Four of Wands, Five of Swords. I feel like you're giving benefit of the doubt. Although there seems like there's either some energy surrounding trust issues, deception, misunderstandings, and name calling or lies. But Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups, there's love and there's this familiarity, and are you overlooking the red flags? Queen of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Cups. Let me pull some more though. This Queen of Swords in reverse, we could read her a couple ways. Three of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. So you're making these assumptions about what lies ahead. You're like, I already know what's gonna happen. I already know what they're gonna say. I already know this person's game. This new person, I already know them. I don't know. There's Mr. Know-It-All. But there's something you're not quite seeing. So I feel like this goes back to maybe this. Keep your eyes on something, or I want you to keep track of something. There's something yet to either unfold or be revealed, and you may think you have it all. You may be like, this crocodile. You're observing the swamps. And you're like, there's nothing there. I've been staring for the last 20 minutes as this little crocodile just in its little zone. I've been watching. I've been paying attention. There's nothing there. there's something there. There's something there. There's something there. But you're like, no, I've already checked. I've already looked. You ever find that, if you were a kid and you like lose something and then you tell your parent and they find it? It's like, check again. And then it's like, it's gone. I swear it's lost. I can't find it. And then they somehow find it. It's like that. So 3 of Pentacles, double 3, by the way. Maybe you are 33, turning 33 this next year, or just life path number 3, or maybe you're seeing the synchronicity. But I'm seeing it's like you may be getting some sort of advice or guidance or some sort of plan, or you and others are like discussing these things, but you're like, oh, I'm gonna just do this on my own. And you're like, I know it all. I'm good. And it's almost like this could be representing like your team or therapist or someone that clearly cares and is looking out for you. My laptop fan's getting super loud all of a sudden. It's like someone's loud, but you're not listening, or it's like something you say goes in one ear, out the other to somebody else. Like, whatever I'm saying, you may be feeling this way about a person. You're like looking out for them and they're like, no, I know it all. Maybe it's like if you got kids, right? And they think they know everything, anyways. Queen of Swords reverse and the 3 of Pentacles. You might be dealing with somebody that is not cooperative. They're not collaborating. It's like my way or the highway. I'm gonna do things my way or the highway. Like, and then the 8 of Wands underneath that. It sort of gives that. So I'm not sure if this is you and you're like, man, fuck y'all, I'm doing me. Or if this is someone around you and they're just really difficult to work with. Could be somebody older than you. Could be a sibling for some. 8 of Wands, King of Wands, and the Fool. This is your energy. Fire, triple fire. So, King of Wands, 8 of Wands, this is a man of the plan. He executes his goals. He's communicating very quickly, and he's straight to the point. No beating around the bush here. He says what he's going to do, and he does it. There's no separation between the two. He walks his talk. He's walking his freaking talk, making changes happen. With the Fool and Death, also 10 of Cups, to make his dream, his, her, it don't matter the gender, to make their dreams a freaking reality here. So, let's keep going. Let's keep pulling. Queen of Swords in reverse to a King of Wands. King of Wands, he knows what it takes to be successful, or what sacrifices he may need to make. And this Queen of Swords in reverse is like, he doesn't know shit. Or this Queen of Swords in the reverse is I would say the Queen of Swords reverse to the King of Wands, 2 different people. We got ice cold, irrational, thinks they have all the facts, and the King of Wands is more warmer, more pleasant to be around, more free-spirited, a leader. Queen of Swords in reverse, it's like there's not much respect here. And then we have these cards kind of came out sideways. So it is the 4 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. We got to stack the Hermit, Virgo, and the 3 of Swords, triple 3s. And someone is weed whacking right behind. I have my window over here. I hear someone weed whacking right behind. What's up? Time to whack away the weeds, So what order was this? It was like this. I feel like just the way these cards, I feel like it would make more sense, Hermit shining a light on the 3 of Swords. I know that's technically like the wrong order that came up, but just intuitively, there's some sort of wound here somebody's got to let go of. Someone here, this 4 of Pentacles to the 2 of Pentacles, they're clinging on for dear life. They feel threatened in some way, whether it is their... Is there really a threat, or is this just more of like the ego and the soul is trying to come through and be like, hey, babe, like you're hurting here. We can see that you're triggered. We're trying to help. We're trying to be there, support you, and you're pushing us away. Like that's kind of the Queen of Swords reverse. She's like, she'll push people away, especially when she feels like there's a threat, or she does not want to be vulnerable or be taken advantage of. She's gone through that too many times. And so the 4 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles is sort of, there's the need to let go but someone struggles with letting go of like this pain or hurt triggers, and it just is becoming louder and louder and louder. There's something coming up about regret, certain mistakes, or what someone perceives as like a failure or like doom. It's like a loss, like lost cause. But it just gets louder and louder and louder. What's at the bottom here? The King of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Ten of Wands. So I feel someone carries heavy regrets. Ten of Wands and the Moon, but they suppress it, right? This brings in like the subconscious. This now brings in like, we try to sweep it under the rug, pretend it's not there, but my gosh, this is heavy. And it might not be so obvious, especially from a King of Pentacles, because he's grounded, he's secure, he's a businessman, she, business person, someone who they seem to have their shit together. They seem to be very reliable, very dependable, hardworking, they're a provider, they could be a parent, a teacher of some sort, or someone that's in like high authority, right? But here we got the Two of Cups, right? So there's this connection, you and someone else. Maybe it's with a Taurus or a Pisces. We got Virgo over here. Those are the main signs. But so here's this connection. I would say that you both are carrying some sort of heaviness or some weight or some of a burden. Secrets too. I feel like there's some sort of, this is connected to the crisis card from earlier, maybe the anger management thing and rock bottom sort of thing. Possibly, right? Possibly. Twos, double twos, choices and decisions, but yet I'm not really seeing a decision being made right now. Again, though, there is something that needs to be let go of, but it's very challenging, it's very difficult. Okay, we'll look into all this stuff. I just want to get like outcome of where things are going. This is now also Hermit and Three of Swords. Someone may be shining a light of where they went wrong or a mistake that maybe it wasn't so obvious in the moment, but as time passed, it's like, oh, I fucked up. I kind of screwed myself over there. I shot myself in the foot sort of thing. Look, Two of Swords is at the bottom. It's like someone made a decision here. Oh my God, look, 2-2. So now we have all twos, all 4 twos out here. Two of Swords, Two of Wands, underneath that, the Devil. So someone made the wrong call, the wrong choice, or they fed into addictive patterns, toxic ways, behaviors, controlling. Someone like was angry, and when you're angry you can't think straight, and that's really where you need to check yourself and sit your ass down and shut the fuck up and just like not say anything or do anything rash. But in this case, whoever this is, well, they chose the Devil. They made a choice, and that choice led to the downfall. What's underneath the Devil? The Moon. And underneath that, the Ten of Wands. There's that guilt, that pressure that we saw earlier. Okay, so yeah, this is like someone having a realization like, I fucked up. Now, going back to this Three of Wands, Queen of Swords, if this is you, you're like, well, too bad. I don't give a fuck. Oh, but like you're like, I don't want to hear it. Vice versa. If you like, I fucked up, someone like doesn't want to hear your excuses. All right, so let's see like outcome vibes, and then we can like clarify a little bit more. Show me the outcome for those dealing with this. What is this outcome for Aries, second half of July? Show me clearly what is the outcome regarding the situation for Aries. So Seven of Cups in the reverse fell out on the Two of Pentacles and the Three of Swords here. What is the outcome for Aries regarding the situation in the second half of July? Ten of Pentacles fell out on the Three of Pentacles and then the Queen of Swords reverse. We'll keep that there. I gotta say, something's still standing. King of Cups fell out sideways. Now, technically my laptop's in the way, so what stopped it from possibly flying out upright? That fell out on the King of Pentacles, Two of Coins. So we'll keep that there. Let me move my laptop a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Give me an outcome for Aries, those that resonate with this situation. Hello, Wheel of Fortune. And it's upright. And that fell out on top of Crisis. Four of Wands is still here at the bottom. We saw that earlier with the Five of Wands and the High Priestess. we'll talk about that. But Pisces is coming through again. A lot of water. Water was like a significant element in your reading. So starting off with the Seven of Cups reverse. So what's this outcome? Those that resonate with this, what's the outcome for the second half of July? Clarity, right? You are having these epiphanies and realizations about the situation, and now you have a deeper understanding. Like this pain, this discomfort, the lessons, like it all serves a purpose, but now you finally got your answer. Before it was like, what the hell happened here? Why did they act this way? Or why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why couldn't I just have like, shut up, listen to my, whatever, right? You're like, why? Why? You got your why. You now understand. You see it. It's clear. It's become crystal freaking clear here. Now, we did also say earlier someone having a realization or recognizing, oh, well, I fucked up. Seven of Cups in reverse could be saying, like, I've now selected, I've made my choice, I made a decision here to, well, let's jump to the last card that came out, Wheel of Fortune. I want to make changes. I want to do better. I recognize this is unhealthy. This isn't good for me. This isn't good for others that are around me or that care about me. I don't want to bring others down. I want to show that I really care. Like, I am seeing that there is something that's still standing here. The Ten of Pentacles fell out on the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel like there's some sort of foundation that regardless of the ups, the downs, regardless of the struggles, the challenges, the arguments, the clashing ideas, or someone being very stubborn, right? We were getting like my way or the highway, right? We were getting that energy earlier. I do see like, let's see, High Priestess, Three Cups. Okay. Secret ending, right? This is a secret ending. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I feel like things are going to turn around in a really positive way, you guys, regarding the situation. See, positive turnaround here. It might be a little messy, it might be a little uncomfortable. Okay, I'm not saying it won't be maybe heated at some points, but Four of Wands, Two of Five Wands, is this something worth fighting for? That's something you need to look at and ask yourself, is this worth the fight? Is it something that can be resolved? Because High Priestess, Five of Wands, someone here really just going back and forth in their head. What do I do? Okay, intuition saying this thing, my soul is screaming at me, my mind, my ego is saying, no, but I can't, no, but I shouldn't, no, it's too late, I fucked up, it's too late, like that. There's this inner struggle that someone is experiencing, so it's kind of like you gotta put your pride or ego aside. Someone has to. What was the other card? So the King of Cups fell out on the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this is where we could say this is representing a person that's really holding their emotions close. This is also someone that feels very deeply, but they have difficulty just like expressing themselves or saying how they really feel, expressing their heart, vulnerability. Like, this is someone that won't be like emotionally open and available unless it benefits them. And so it's like Two of Pentacles to the King of Cups. This is like, do I be vulnerable? Do I expose myself? Or should I just like reserve and keep myself hidden and, just blame and point fingers sort of thing? Like someone's having an emotional outburst. I don't know why I said that, but maybe someone's having an emotional outburst. They're crying at night. They're like deep in their feelings, but someone's having like emotional awakening here. Could be someone with a water placement. But yeah, so Wheel of Fortune fell out on top of Crisis and also kind of in between the Three of Wands card. So I do feel like this crisis that you're perceiving as, or like something that just like went up in flames, there's a possibility of things changing for the better, improving here. We're gonna look into that. What else could we look into that might help you and whoever else that resonates? King of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Hermit, Three of Swords, Seven of Cups reverse. Maybe Seven of Cups reverse. We should look into that. Queen of Swords reverse. What's she not seeing? Because I feel like she's got like a bit of a blind spot. All right, so we'll look into these three. We'll look into this Queen of Swords reverse, the Seven of Cups reverse, and then the Wheel of Fortune, see like final outcome of like what changes coming out of this entire situation. So I'm gonna use this one. To clarify, at least this Queen of Swords. Oh, look, the Ace of Swords is at the bottom of this deck. So very soon, this Queen of Swords reverse, she's gonna see clearly. She's gonna understand what exactly. Let's see here. Queen of Swords reversed for Aries. Hello. We got a jumper, and here we got him. Here we got him. King of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Five of Cups. Okay. King of Pentacles, Chariot, Five of Cups. I didn't even put it like this. I feel like this represents people's expectations. Your expectations that weren't met, or someone's expectations that weren't met. When we look at this King of Pentacles, he's got this box full of goodies. Got all these vines kind of coming towards him, attracted to him. And, well, his box, it is locked for now. And then we have the Chariot, which we know the Chariot's always about, like, overcoming obstacles, confidence, moving forwards. And this deck is a little bit differently. Like, look at all these different beings and energies, all this group support, or maybe it's not support, maybe it's mooching, maybe it's a bunch of leeching ass energy that just disappointed you in the end, right? Like, look at this Five of Cups. Confused, puzzled, what did I do wrong? Kind of like what we saw earlier with the nurturing, naive, and rock bottom, where you're like, I gave everything, I gave so much, what else you want from me? You want my fucking soul? I ain't giving you my soul. Like, what else can I give you? I'm already at rock bottom. You tore me down. See, and that's a red fucking flag. Bring you to rock bottom? Oh. No. Not okay. It's not cool. But so, Queen of Swords reverse, if this is you and you've just like turned your back and you're like, no, like I know what kind of person you are. I've seen your behavior. I've seen how you treat people. I've seen how you reacted in a situation, took advantage of me, or whatever the fuck happened. You were like, I'm locking this box and you do not get access. And so Chariot with this Five of Cups, right? If we're talking about these extra energies that are around you. So like, but what did I do wrong? And they're like being all clueless. Acting all careless. They were acting careless, and now they're acting clueless. But Queen of Swords reverse, she's not having it. She's like, I don't want to hear your sob story. I don't want to hear your excuse as to why you did that. I don't care. I don't give a fuck if you're having a hard time. That's the Queen of Swords reverse. She, oh my god, what a bitch. Well, I think she's hurting, right? Five of Cups, she's hurting. And with the Queen of Swords reverse and the Chariot, she just wants to move on. He, she, they, it don't matter. So the Seven of Cups reverse, let's look into that. Look, the Ace of Swords is back. Okay, so let's see. Seven of Cups reverse for Aries. You might be making the decision to like cut something out of your life. Another two. What is this? A fifth two we've had in this reading? Seven of Cups, reverse. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And let's get one more for the Seven of Cups reversed. We actually have the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, but in energetic forms. Taurus and Pisces. Pisces has been a major sign in this reading. We have, oh, look, Page of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. I didn't know we had a stack there. And then we have the Death card. Whoa, okay. So this is with the Seven of Cups reverse, which is like clarity, awakenings, making up your mind, having made a decision, made a choice out of all the possible options, avenues, directions this could go. Hierophant and the High Priestess definitely represents, you following your intuition and learning the lessons from the past. But there's messages coming through from spirit, like the divine, your higher self, your spirit guides, like they're really coming through and showing you clear evidence, proof. They've showed you, it's right in front of you. It's crystal clear. It's crystal clear. It's become so clear. No, it hasn't yet? Give it a little bit of time. Just wait till the end of the month. It's going to become crystal clear. But your answer here, it's time to go and look out for yourself. It's time to leave. Five of Pentacles with this Page of Pentacles. Save yourself. Put your mask on first before you worry about putting on everybody else's mask or life jacket. in this case, right? Not even in this case. There is no water here. But it's time to go. Pack your bags. Get the fuck out. Get out of Dodge. It's time. Time to walk away and save yourself. Save your money. Save your soul. Save your time. Save your energy. For once, put you first. And not make it just a one-time thing. Let's make this your new regular. Please. And then we have Death, which is the Santa Marete card. This is representing rebirth, renewal. It's not the ending. No. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started. This is your new life. Your life has just begun. You're like, but Jade, my whole life, it's a crisis. I'm rock bottom. This is just the beginning of you rewriting history, rewriting your life, rewriting your future so that you never, ever have to go through that again. Ever. So this ending, it is changing you, but it's changing you for the better. And in the process, it's probably waking some people up. Some people that are affected by you choosing yourself, it's gonna wake them up in some way, but that's not up for you to decide. Okay, and Wheel of Fortune. I'm gonna use this deck. Kind of the Wheel of Fortune, 3 of Pentacles at the bottom. I feel like you're being supported in this direction. The actions that you're taking. Look, I split the deck. We have Death. No, not Death. Strength and the 3 of Pentacles. Maybe Death will come out here. This is Leo energy, which we are approaching Leo season. Shout out to anybody with Leo placements. I feel like Leo season is going to give you the support, the tools, the money, the finances, the whatever kind of support that's needed to make this change. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune for Aries. Let's see what this next chapter looks like. Wheel of Fortune for Aries. Page of Cups. Wheel of Fortune for Aries. Knight of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. 2 of Pentacles is at the bottom. I am seeing like an opportunity coming in, but the ball is in your court. So by you making these changes and these adjustments and you're reassessing the situations, the relationships, and you're moving differently, right? You're making some changes instead of repeating the same old shit, getting the same old outcome. You're changing. You can't change other people. You can't. You can change yourself, though, and your boundaries and how you act and move and interact with others. And then, whatever happens, happens. But I do feel like it's going to wake up some people. You probably might get an apology or 2 or 3 or 4 or however many people that, are feeling the effect or feeling the loss. We have the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. So let me just like, there's so many different fucking things. It's literally, look at the Ace of Pentacles. There's so many different things coming from this. And I'm like, my brain can't even, it's too much. I gotta go soon. It's almost fucking 40 minutes. This is where people are moving very quickly because they feel like time is running out. They feel like, fuck, if I don't say now, if I don't speak up now, I've lost my chance to make things right or to clear the air. So this does feel like a rushing of some sort, rushing to get the last word, to clear the air, to clear someone's name, clean up whatever mess that was left or anything that was left unsaid. Now is the time to address it. If we're talking about you, Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords, I feel like this is just you moving on very quickly, emotionally. You're moving on. You're making space in your heart for relationships that serve you, people that honor you and give you the space to change, to grow, to evolve, and they respect your truth and your needs and your boundaries. This Ace of Pentacles, some of y'all starting a new job. I'm seeing like employment here, or you're making a whole bunch of money, maybe through multiple revenues, multiple streams, projects, businesses that you could be starting, projects that may start off with just like kind of a passion project, but may actually turn into something you can make a living from. There might be people that want to collaborate with you, or it's like, say you're like, I quit. They're like, wait, before you go, like, what if we give you a raise? Or, there's some sort of like, wait, or, you ever try to unsubscribe from, I don't know, some sort of like, I'm trying to think. Let's pretend my brain is not working right now. But like, you go to unsubscribe from something. You're like, I don't want to pay for this shit. I don't use it. And they're like, we'll give you a discount for half price. If you stay subscribed, we'll give you a discount if you stay longer, 1 more month. So it kind of feels a little bit like that. So interesting. Definitely let me know how this resonates. You might need to come back to this a couple weeks from now and maybe come back to the last reading I did, or a couple, like the first July reading. It might make more sense now than it did back then. Very curious to hear back. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Private readings are available down below. Have a beautiful July. I'll see you later, Aries.